What's up guys, it's Oblivious Gamer here, and today I wanted to talk about the Ys series. As thanks to Weekly Famitsu, we have some information with regards to the next Ys game. Since we're approaching its 35th anniversary, and wow, some of the information that they talk about feels a bit interesting, and other just, I don't know, personally I feel a bit indifferent, but regardless I will reserve my judgment until I see gameplay, or a trailer, some showcase of it. Now, before I continue, if you like the content, don't forget to subscribe. So let's go over this new information. In celebration of the 35th anniversary, Weekly Famitsu has some information about the next Ys game, and also a key concept art which we can see here. A thing to note is that these slashes seem to be forming an X, or Roman numeral 10. And as we know, this will be the 10th Ys game. The interview is with Falcoms President Kondo. In the interview, he says, well, the series will retain its smooth and exhilarating gameplay. Other areas are being re-examined. And while it's not quite a Soulslike, but it seems the challenge is to see whether it is possible to implement steadily paced one-on-one combat in which the player can watch the enemy movements. It is a lighter feeling Ys style Soulslike. Here is where I'm a bit, I don't know, I really don't know how I feel about this. Don't get me wrong, I like Souls-like games, but just as there are great Souls-like games out there, there's also bad ones. So I'm hoping they know what they're doing. Despite them saying they want it to be like light Souls-like, just add some elements and stuff, which, I don't know, personally, I want to see gameplay before I judge it, and if they end up deciding to go in that direction. Because the key thing here is they're not necessarily confirming that it will have these Souls-like or light Souls-like elements, or they just taking some stuff. They're just saying they're looking to expand the game in new ways, and this is an area that they're looking to see if it can be done, or if it's possible for them to do it. So there is interest, but that doesn't mean that the game will go this direction. The next information is that Adol is around the age he was in Ys 1 and Ys 2, which I think that is 17 if I'm not mistaken. In the latest Ys, which is Ys 9, Adol is 24. So it seems this game will go a bit backwards in the timeline, but this is not the first time they do this. So for those that don't know, they have done it before, but don't worry, it's not something confusing or like time traveling, like nothing like that. It's very simple to understand. And the way that the stories are told, they're all contained. So there are elements of like, oh, you might see certain characters return, but you don't necessarily need to play like all of the games or like certain games to play the newest one. Also, the latest I can think that like this type of stuff happen where like it takes place when Adol is younger. It's kind of like how Ys 8 takes place before Ys 6. They also mentioned the story might be set outside the Roman Empire. Okay. And there's a mention of like some of the fights, which is like changing weapon attributes would be like by swapping between party members, and that would change significantly, which, okay, this could be very interesting, how like your party will affect the attributes that you have. They also say this, while we cannot say platforms at the time, we want a wide range of players to enjoy it, and making Adol younger may have been for that purpose. It will be released as we are looking at various platforms. I mean, the Ys series has come to multiple platforms before, so I don't feel it is something new that they're saying, though I think for Ys 8 and 9, the game generally came out first on the PlayStation console, and then a couple of months later, it was released on other platforms. So it's not like this game has been exclusively released on only a certain console. To give you an idea, like Ys 8 was released on the PS Vita and PS4 first in Japan, and I think it would later was released on the PC, Switch, Stadia, Android, and iOS, and they also have like a planned PS5 version on the way. Well, Ys 9 was released on the PS4, which the PS4 version was released first, and then a couple months later, it was released on the PC, Switch, and Stadia. So I don't feel this tells us something new. Like, it's not like, oh my god, is this gonna come to other platforms, when that's something they have been doing. Maybe they'll be adding Xbox, which that would be fun to see other people enjoy the story in the game. So maybe that's what they're referring to, but we don't know. I think also maybe this could mean that like they would try to their best to release the game in multiple platforms at the same time, or close to each other, not like far away. I don't know, it could be anything at this point, but it's not something new to see. Like, it's not like this is the first time that they might go multi-platform. In the interview, they do emphasize that providing new gameplay elements is vital. Whether it be scenarios, actions, or systems, the game will incorporate something new. Again, we go back to like they're pursuing to add new elements or something interesting to the game as always to change it. And that's why like whatever Souls-like thing they're trying to do is not necessarily confirmed. It's just something that it's a possibility and they're looking to see if that could bring something new. Overall, I like the Is franchise a lot. Playing many of the games, I had a lot of fun with the latest one, which is 9 Monster Nox. I love the gameplay. I like a lot the story. So I am really looking forward to Is 10. Though, I'm a bit curious with what they will be adding new. And hopefully, if they decide to go this route of like light Souls-like, that it's something fun and engaging. Because just as it can add to the game and make it more exciting, if done wrong, it can make the genre not fun or even alienate some of the old players. And I do want to add one thing, it's like, I don't know, I don't feel everything needs to be a Souls-like game or described that way. I feel so many developers like try to describe their game like that, or just like, oh yeah, it's gonna have some Souls-like elements. And I don't know, I feel maybe they could have described the game a bit differently, but it's a term that's been used a lot, so it's a lot easier for people to get an idea what they can expect. So that's my guess. But these are just my thoughts. In the end, it's not always about me. What are your thoughts, guys? Are you excited for this new Is game? Are you interested that it could have some Souls-like elements? Feel free to leave your thoughts down below. This has been Oblivious Gamer, and I hope you'll have a wonderful day or night wherever you are.